Subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon, to never miss a video from us. Hi, welcome to Test Prep Training. Today we will discuss about AWS Certified DevOps Engineer Professional. Recommended knowledge. Candidates who wish to appear for AWS DevOps Engineer exam must comply with the following requirements. First, experience developing code in at least one high-level programming language. Second, experience building highly automated infrastructures. Third, understanding of modern development and operations processes and methodologies. Fourth, experience administering operating systems. Exam details. The AWS Certified DevOps Engineer Professional exam is 180 minutes long. Though the examination comprises 80 questions as the number of questions keep on changing over time. Speaking of which, the candidate may encounter multiple choice and multi-response questions. However, there are no prerequisites. And, as far as the language of the exam is concerned, the exam is only available in only 4 languages. Further, these include English, Japanese, Chinese, Korean. Exam detailed course outline. First, SDLC automation, which comprises 22% weightage for this exam. Second, configuration management and infrastructure as code, which comprises 19% weightage for this exam. Third, monitoring and logging, which comprises 15% weightage for this exam. Fourth, policies and standards automation, which comprises 10% weightage for this exam. Fifth, incident and event response, which comprises 18% weightage for this exam. Sixth, high availability, fault tolerance, and disaster recovery, which comprises 16% weightage for this exam. Let us now discuss about course outline topics in detail. Domain 1, SDLC Automation, 22%. It contains 5 subtopics which are: first, apply concepts required to automate a C or CD pipeline. Second, determine source control strategies and how to implement them. Third, apply concepts required to automate and integrate testing. Fourth, apply concepts required to build and manage artifacts securely. Fifth, determine deployment or delivery strategies, for example, A, B, blue, or green, canary, red, or black, and how to implement them using AWS services. Domain 2, configuration management and infrastructure as code, 19%. It contains 5 subtopics which are: first, determine deployment services based on deployment needs. Second, determine application and infrastructure deployment models based on business needs. Third, apply security concepts in the automation of resource provisioning. Fourth, determine how to implement lifecycle hooks on a deployment. Fifth, apply concepts required to manage systems using AWS configuration management tools and services. Domain 3, monitoring and logging, 15%. It contains 4 subtopics which are: first, determine how to set up the aggregation, storage, and analysis of logs and metrics. Second, apply concepts required to automate monitoring and event management of an environment. Third, apply concepts required to audit, log, and monitor operating systems, infrastructures, and applications. Fourth, determine how to implement tagging and other metadata strategies. Domain 4, policies and standards automation, 10%. It contains 3 subtopics which are: first, apply concepts required to enforce standards for logging, metrics, monitoring, testing, and security. Second, determine how to optimize costs through automation. Third, apply concepts required to implement governance strategies. Domain 5, incident and event response, 18%. It contains 4 subtopics which are: first, troubleshoot issues and determine how to restore operations. Second, determine how to automate event management and alerting. Third, apply concepts required to implement automated healing. Fourth, apply concepts required to set up event-driven automated actions. Domain 6, high availability, fault tolerance, and disaster recovery, 16%. It contains 5 subtopics which are: first, determine appropriate use of multi-OS versus multi-region architectures, Second, determine how to implement high availability, scalability, and fault tolerance. Third, determine the right services based on business needs, for example, RTO or RPO, cost. Fourth, determine how to design and automate disaster recovery strategies. Fifth, evaluate a deployment for points of failure. Now we will talk about Preparatory Guide for AWS DevOps Engineer Professional. First, official site. Amazon prescribes that before taking the exam, you should have enough hands-on experience with relevant AWS products and services. Amazon has its own courses for preparation and sample tests too. Also, one can take exam readiness training and practice exams in order to test your knowledge in a timed environment. These are also available on the official site. Second, white papers. Candidates preparing for the AWS can also take the help of Amazon white papers for preparation. These are the authentic study resources which we can surely vouch for. These are basically the PDF formats of the topics, which you can find on the official page of Amazon certifications. White papers not only strengthen your preparation process, but also helps you build a strong strategy to lay your focus on. AWS also offers sample papers to assist the candidates with acquiring additional knowledge and skills to prepare for the certification exams. Third, online forums. You can opt for online study groups and forums where you can ask people who have already given the exam, or who are preparing for the same, your doubts. You can even take tests of each other to see the level of preparation. Clearing the doubts will help in boosting self-confidence, and will also let you see into your weak parts. The discussion will help to identify the parts where more preparation is needed, and parts that are fully prepared. Fourth, books. Books are a perennial source available for learning. There are various books available for the security specialty exam which you can find online, or in libraries. Some of the books that can arm you are as follows. 1. AWS Automation Cookbook by Nikit Swaraj. 2. Continuous Delivery and DevOps, Quick Start by Paul Swartit. 3. Implementing DevOps on AWS by Vasilin Kontsev. 4. Effective DevOps with AWS by Nathaniel Felsen. 5th, Practice tests. Practice tests are the oldest, yet the most essential part of exam preparation. Solve as many sample papers and test series as this will help you to identify the level at which you are, and how much preparation do you still need. The internet is flooded with a plethora of practice tests, so make sure to find the most reliable and authentic one to end your preparation process. Practice tests will help you evaluate yourself, as well as boost your confidence.